Thank you.
Life in the 30s, because when you went to school, no family had cars, so we used to walk to school with our mums, and when we finished school, we used to play marbles in the gutter, and the girls played hopscotch and skipping, and it was a much quieter life. Dad was a dustman. He worked in Westminster during the early part of the war, and he worked in Westminster, so that was a posh area. And in them days, they used to carry the dustbins on their back, and they used to walk miles to drop them in the back of the vans. And not like nowadays, when a machine comes and lifts them up and puts them in. And my mum, she used to work for a lady cleaning her house, and also she was a housewife looking after Dad. Yeah, lots of times, because when you went towards your house after the air raid, and I used to pick up all the shrapnel in the street from all the shells so we could swap at school. But we used to get some roads where it was blocked off by the ARP because there was an unexploded bomb there, and they wouldn't let you down there until they'd got the army to come and defuse it or take it away. So they were all over London, unexploded bombs. And I expect they're still there to this day, some of them. Oh, it's, yeah, so the London I used to live in was there wasn't the immigration like there is today. It was, everybody was all, knew everybody, and everybody in the street knew everybody. My local market was Lambeth Walk, where you get the famous song from, and used to go down there, and they had the Barras and the Barra Boys and the Pearly Kings and Queens. We saw all them, and then that was back in during the war, or just before the war. But I went there about 3 or 4 weeks, probably later than that, a month ago, and it was completely changed. Half the people couldn't speak English, and where I lived is completely changed now. There's all foreigners living down there, and I just wouldn't want to go back anymore. 1952, I didn't actually join it. I got called up. I was deferred for a year because I was an apprentice, so I should have gone in 1951, but I got called up in 1952.
All life.
The reason wars are started there are two things. There's only two things in the world that starts a war, and that is greed and religion. The people that do well out of it is people that invested in armaments or well, whatever.